My guest today is someone who capped over 61 times for the Black Stars of Ghana. At his prime, he was called Yaw for his exploits on the flanks for the national team. He played for Hearts of Oak and won a couple of trophies. Yaw Preko is my guest on Sports Check, and once we come back from this break, the conversation begins. This is Sports Check. My name is Perez Ezwakwao. I'll be back after this break. Welcome back from the break. Yaw Preko is my guest, a legend himself and a legend of Ghana football. These days, I see him coaching some under 17, a lot of players. Yeah, how has it been for you transitioning from active playing to coaching? I know it's been some years since you did that.
Yeah. It wasn't easy though, especially when you're coming to the end of your career. And like you said, transition, it was difficult. Because for you to accept that, now you can, the soul is willing, but the body is weak. And then you have to. But the funny part is, the interesting part is you are still in the game. And now you have to be at the side and impact your knowledge to those on the pitch. Beginning it was kind of difficult. But as we are learning, day in and day out, you're learning new things and seeing it in a different way and how best you can develop the up and coming ones. So far I'm enjoying it.
Now we'll come to your playing career and some of the things you are doing in coaching. But for now, let's focus a bit on the Black Stars. We went to the AFCON, we performed poorly. Milovan Rivach was sacked. The FA have now constituted a new technical team for the Black Stars. What do you make of the structure of the Black Stars coaching or technical setup, where we have a technical advisor, we have the Black Stars coach in Utoado, and we have two assistant coaches? What do you make of the structure?
I think for a match against Nigeria, we're all focusing on. It's all about the World Cup, and we have limited time, and this, to put things in order, especially after we all know what happened in Cameroon. So it's putting we don't have enough time. So I believe what they've put in place for the match against Nigeria is the right thing now to do now. And then after the Nigeria match, if by His grace we make it to the World Cup, we'll sit down and then and have the real structure. And then this is the short term. We think about the long term period. Then.
But there are some people who argue that we could have just gone ahead and appointed maybe, if Utuado is the person we think is the right person to lead the Black Stars, we just appoint him as the coach instead of appointing Chris Hilton. It comes with its own cost and a bit of pressure on the coach himself and all the other things. What do you say to people such?
It wasn't a bad idea. It wasn't a bad idea. What others were also thinking, we could have done it that way. But I think after meetings upon meetings, the FA decided to go this way, and this is what has already been put on the table. We all have to back it up and then pray that it come to pass and it give us a good result against Nigeria.
I mean, you watch Utuado, you have been with the Black Stars. Do you think that, looking at the current state of the Black Stars, is the right person to lead us against Nigeria?
When it comes to, Otto has been with the team. Unfortunately, he didn't go to the World Cup. We all know it's a risk, but this job you need to take risks sometimes. You need to take risks, and like I said, we all have to play our part. Otto can't do it alone. He can't do it alone. We all have to play our parts, and with the support from the public and the technical staffs and the little part everybody can play, because we're talking about World Cup here. And the last World Cup we didn't take part, and this one we want to. and it, like I said earlier on, we have a limited time, and this positions has already been we put to place. So all we need to do is support it and make sure it works.
What are some of the things that Otoado will have to do if to get a good result against Nigeria? What has, based on your knowledge of the team, with regards to our performance of the AFCON and some of the players, their conduct, and all the other things considered, what are some of the things he must do or he must change to put Ghana at a level where we can beat Nigeria and make it to
I
Qatar?
think we need to, the boys, they need confidence. After a disastrous Cup of Nations, psychologically, it won't be easy for the coach. It won't be easy for him at all, the technical team. You need to psych the players. They need to have the belief. But when it comes to Ghana, Nigeria, it motivates the players. You don't need to do much. They have to know. You have to let them know what is at stake. It's like Has and Protocol. Everybody is expecting it. Unfortunately, we are playing the first game here, and But I believe if the supporters come in their numbers, it will ginger the boys, because they know they've been reading social media, they've been going on the net and everything. They know that Ghana is really disappointed in them, so they need to make amends, and this is the game to do that. And unfortunately, it's going to be against Nigeria. Unfortunate, it's going to be when you are able to take Nigeria out, the support will come again, and everybody will be on this thing, on our side again. It's not going to be easy for the boys. It's not going to be easy, because playing against Nigeria, they can do you or you can do them. It goes both ways. Because I remember my first game for the Blasters, it was against Nigeria. Wow. In Nigeria, way back in '91. Bukasiza just threw me on the in the Lions Den, and in Nigeria against the likes of Stephen Keshis and the Eguavons and the rest. But it was against Nigeria, and I took it like this is my first match. Come on, go in and do your own thing. If you do well against Nigeria, that means you can do better against the other countries.
There were no butterflies in the stomach. Were no.
Because fortunate for me, I had senior players around me. The Ampias, the Kwesi Appiahs, the Edward Sons, and so I wasn't scared. I wasn't scared. I was told to go in and do my thing, and I went in, and I didn't put any pressure on me. It was qualifying for Senegal '92. I didn't put pressure. So playing against Nigeria is always dicey. You always die. If you don't bring your A game, you mess up.
But you had a crop of senior players before Bukazis threw you onto the pitch or sent you on to play against. What conversation did you have? What did he tell you that, okay, yeah, I want you to go and do this and that? What kind of conversation went on before you went onto the pitch?
Initially he came to Belgium to pick out Odate Lamte only. But when he arrived, we were playing two aside, Anderlecht. We were playing two aside, and fortunate for us, the speed I used on that day, I think it gave him a hope that, oh look, this guy. And I was part of the '91 World Cup team, so he already knew what I was capable of. So after the game, we went to lunch with Stephen Keshi and Odate Azekasari. Then there is when he told Stephen Keshi, "I'm coming to pick." Stephen thought the late Stephen Keshi. He thought Bukad is coming to pick Tess Odate. And then Bukad told him, "No, I'm picking the two other boys along." And then I remember Keshi told him, "Do you want Nigerians to kill my boys?" Because he knows, the kind of players they had then. It will be difficult for us to play them in Nigeria, especially. But I thought I'm just going to be part of the team, but look at he's a man of he's adventurous. Let me put it that way. So he doesn't care. This is how I want to do it, and nobody can tell him. And he told me, look, it's against Nigeria. What I can do best is what he knows that I have speed, I'm quick, and I'm fast. So I should just apply all these things, play to instructions, and I'll be fine. And I started, and it went well for me.
What's your biggest memory? What do you recollect most about that particular game, your performance in that game?
I remember. I remember my performance. We did a lot of defending.
Okay.
We did. So we were doing more block defending and then counter. Block defending.
So you were more like the outlet for the team because of your pace.
So my pace. Yes, exactly. That's the reason why he used me, because they were on fire. Nigeria, they were on fire that day, and I think I remember Richard Now was on top as well. So we were using our speed to hit them on the break, and Edward Ansan make a magnificent save. I think they had a penalty and he caught it. It was more defending and counter, more defending. So we did a lot of work. So I remember the second half, I think somewhere with 70 something minutes, they took me out, but I played my part because I used my speed and to stretch the game, make sure that I get a foul for the team to cool the game down. And with my speed, when you touch me, I'm already on the ground. So yeah, it was very interesting.
So after the game, what were some of the senior players telling you? You mentioned Stephen Appiah, Kwesi Appiah, all those guys.
No, Stephen wasn't part of it. Kwesi Appiah, Emmanuel Ampia, Tony Bafu, Safu Jemfi, Ali Ibrahim. Hey, they were players that you admire from afar, and for you to be part of the team and then being a starter, they encourage you. So after the game, they having a word from them that look, bro, you did well. We were proud of you. And so when I was added to the team to go to Senegal, I already justified myself. So it wasn't a big deal for them.
So you came up against Augustine Eguavon, who, interestingly, you're going to meet. He's going to coach Nigeria against the Black Stars. Based on your experience with him, what are some of the things that you believe he's going to do once he come up against the Black Stars in match?
I think what Eguavon, what he did is, this is going to be continuation of the AFCON.
Okay.
They had a good AFCON, even though they came out. We noticed he changed the team. Under the previous coach, they were not flowing. They were not not even good at home. When you check their qualifier, the World Cup, they were struggling and a lot of hiccups. But this AFCON, we saw a free-flow Nigerian team. For the first time, I watched a Nigerian team, and I enjoyed it. When they had the likes of JJs and the rest, sometimes the game doesn't flow. Then you need the individual brilliance from JJs and the rest. But this time, I really enjoyed the way they were playing. So I think we can watch this team. We can watch this team and analyze how they're going to play, especially. But when they are coming to Ghana, they know this playing against Ghana is a different ball game altogether. So tactically, I believe he is going to be very, very, very cautious. And so with that, advantage will be on our side to make sure we hit them. We hit them when they are not well prepared, and then we see how it goes.
3 days after playing them in Ghana, we'll have to travel to Nigeria. And I'm dwelling on this Nigeria game because you had your first Black Stars experience with Nigeria.
I've coached in Nigeria as well.
And you've coached in Nigeria before with Kenichi Achashi.
Yes.
So you have a lot of experience when it comes to Nigeria. 3 days after playing them in Ghana, we'll have to go to Nigeria. In terms of the atmosphere, the support, what should the Black Stars players expect?
Abuja. I'm happy we're going to play in Abuja. I read this, but they've not used that stadium for a very long time. I remember when I was in Nigeria 6 years ago, we had a Super Cup, which my team won. Ifanyiba, we won the Super Cup, and it's when they are playing in Oyo or Lagos. That's when the fans they come in their numbers. But Abuja, I don't know why they're going to Abuja. I think Abuja will do us a favor.
Really?
Yeah, but I see, uh, unless the supporters from Kano, drop down. But Abuja is a quiet, city capital, and they are not too much interested in football. But when we are playing in Oyo is a football state, and they love football. So I personally think Abuja will do us a favor. I don't think the support will be that intimidating like Oyo and Lagos.
All right. So thank you very much. We've been speaking to former Blasters winger Yaw Preko, who has been giving us a lot of insight into how the Blasters should approach the game against Nigeria. We're going for a break. When we come back, this is Sports Check. The conversation will continue. Welcome back from the break. This is Sports Check. My name is Perez Ezwapa, and I'm speaking to Ghanaian football legend Yaw Preko. Earlier, we spoke about your experience playing against Nigeria and the lessons therein for the Blasters ahead of the World Cup qualifier in March. Now, after the AFCON, there are certain players that some Ghanaians feel are not cut for the Blasters and should not be called for the game against Nigeria. Do you agree with such notions or with such ideas? And what are some of the players that you would recommend for Coach Otuabi?
I think it depends on the style you want to play. But there are some players. I think he has seen the team and he scouted and he's still scouting. And the style you want to play, you have to invite those that can suit your system. So I don't think you have to invite for inviting sake. Otto has been in the game for quite some time. I know this is the first time of handling the national team. That is why he's been surrounded by experienced coaches as well. So we saw what happened in the Cup of Nations. Definitely, we know we're grooming a new team, and some of them are still not up to task, but they have to start from somewhere. So after the Cup of Nations, I know some of them they've gained experience. I enjoy somebody like Chire. Before the Cup of Nations, trust me, I didn't see a lot in him to tag him as a national player. But after the Cup of Nations, I have seen that he has what it takes to be there. So some are late developers, and some will be instant, but they need to be given time, which we don't have. So it's a pressure on the coach because you need to invite players who can give us results. It's all about this time. This game is not about fine game. It's about result. Players with character, players who understand why, who will understand the reason why they are invited. And players with tough mentality and ready to die for the nation. This especially for this particular match, and then the rest we'll see how it goes.
Who are some of the players that you would want to step up. So when we went to the AFCON, people think that the likes of Thomas Partey, Jordan Ayew, and a few other guys who were supposed to be the stars of the team did not show up as expected. Who are some of the players that you believe should step up and take the game by the scruff of the neck against Nigeria?
Look, the parties and they are the players we have. We can't take them out. You know, it's a risk. You know, on a good day, Partey is one of our best. He had a rough tournament. I agree, but that doesn't mean he's a bad player. He's a fine player on a good day. We know his capabilities. Jordan, with his experience, he's struggling in terms of scoring. He's trying to adapt to his new style now, playing from the wings and then be more of a playmaker. And you know, we have to accept the new Jordan. He's still a workaholic boy. He still give us infringements. He's still, but you know, putting the ball at the back of the net the confidence is a bit low. But he's still part of, you know, the big stars in the national team. And in matches like this, you need the big guns. It's not Matramakwe kind of this thing. You need players who they've done it, they've been there, done that.
What about the goalkeeping situation? There are a lot of people think that Jojo Wallacott should not be called to the Black Stars again. Some even have said that Richard Atoff, Hartefok, Ibrahim Danlad, Razak Abelora, we should even go back for Richard Ofori. What do you make of the goalkeeping situation?
Ofori is still part of the team.
Yes, but he was left out of the AFCON.
He was injured, I believe. Yes, yeah. He was injured, but we know a fit Ofori will still be the number one. You know, he was our number, and fortunate for us, you know, when you check Ofori's record in the Blasters, it's very, very good. So when he's ready, I don't think Lele will just put him down. Personally, Wellcott, he didn't do badly. He was decent. You know, it's unfortunate the whole team, you know, scrambled, and then when it goes like that, it affects the newcomers. You know, the defense, the cohesion wasn't really there. So, but when he came and he was playing the qualifier, he did well. We were proud of him. We saw potential in him. We can't go to AFCON and come back and think you can just throw in the Darland and then what's the name? Richard Atta in a crucial match like this.
So we have to be very. Jojo Wallacott.
It's up to the technical team. It's up to the technical team because what they saw during the training in AFCON, I believe they saw something good. They brought 3 goalkeepers. And Olele will not be that, excuse me to say, stupid to say, you know, Atta is better than Wallacott or what's the name? Jojo. Is it Jojo, right? Yeah. Atta is better than Jojo, but I'll use Jojo. No, I don't think he will be that naive. So from what I was told, you know, he was above them in the camp. That's why he was given the.
But we are still talking about the Blasters. I'm going to throw up an issue that's quite delicate. That has come up a lot after the AFCON. That's the issue of Juju. You know, we went to after we performed poorly. There are a lot of allegations against one of the players. It wouldn't be fair on my side to mention their name, but you have played in the Blasters. You are now into coaching. Does Juju exist in football?
The name Juju is Juju. Anything that doesn't exist doesn't have a name. So since, you know, we're living in a spiritual world. We're living in a spiritual world. There's so many things moving around that we're not aware of. Sometimes when you go to the market, they tell you all those walking about in the market, not all of them are human beings. But we go to the market and mingle with them. But if you are not afraid of it, it will not hurt you. Sure. Are you getting me? When you are afraid of something, is what it brings you down. I believe there is juju in football. I believe there is juju in football. We have a good team and a bad team. We have those worshipping satanic and God. So just imagine two bad spirits coming together to battle. What will God do? So now the two bad spirits, the one that is more powerful will dominate the other. And so this is what I see. This is how I see it. This is how I see it, because when you believe nothing, you believe in yourself, and you believe that nothing can do you on the field of play, and you the one that you are worshiping can protect you. That one, you'll be there and you survive. But if you're also using another spirit to go to battle, definitely somebody will also bring a spirit that. So it will be your spirit against that spirit, and it will take this thing to another level, the battle to another level.
In your playing career, especially with the Black Stars, did you experience any incidents of jujuism, or did you encounter any?
Nah. It was when we come. I can't remember. I played 12 years for Black Stars. Not a single game that we hear somebody brought water or whatever. What we do prayers in the evening, go to sleep. Sometimes we invite a pastor to come in and pray for us. That's all. That's all that we do, and we go to the game.
So how come how has it become a big issue now, especially post the AFCON? There has been a lot of allegation. I remember in 2012,
it baffles me because what I know, things like this are done in the club side. Clubs, especially when it comes to us and Kotoko. The things that do, this chapter bringing water, this chapter bringing this thing, it's said. But in the national team, it baffles me because I know in the national team, in our time, we don't even talk about juju in the national team. Nobody talk about juju in the national team. So for people to be talking about this thing, I'm yet to, this is kind of a rumor, but I don't know what they are talking about. Milo spoke about it before he left. The first coming of Milo, he spoke about it before he left, and came back again, and under the same Milo we are experiencing. So I don't know what they are talking about, but it baffles me sometimes.
My last question on Ghana versus Nigeria: what will be your score? What do you think that would you tip Ghana to qualify to Qatar at the end of the 2 matches?
We have to. We need to. And I think if we prepare, we don't have much time, but we don't have much time. Nigeria, they don't have much time as well. Nobody. But if we're able to put a good team, a formidable team together, psych them, give them the confidence that it's not about money. It's not about money. It's about making yourself proud. Against Nigeria, it's about pride. Playing against Nigeria is about pride. You don't think about money. We beat them here. We beat them 91. We beat them. We beat them 1-0 here. We were in the same group with them. We beat them. We went to Nigeria, drew 0-0, and then AFCON, we made them in AFCON. We beat them 2-1. Even though they scored first, we beat them 2-1. So it's when you meet a Nigerian, and you talk about, look, I was part of the team when that beat you. It's pride. So for Nigeria, there, it's pride. So that's what they have to put at the back of their mind. Like, beat them now, and 20 years from now, when you're out of the game, 10 years when you're out of the game, somebody will meet you and tell you that, look, bro, what you did against Nigeria, you made my day.
Thank you very much, Yaw Preko, for granting us audience. This is Sports Check, and my guest today was the legendary Yaw Preko, a former Hearts of Oak and Black Stars player who is now into coaching. So we'll come your way with another edition of Sports Check. My name career is as well. Japon.